Thousands of people have diverse thoughts of what they expected to do in a relationship. A few think as long as they are not married, everything is a fair game, meaning they keep sexting, flirting, being emotionally accessible to others. And only when they get married is when they are fully committed to the relationship. We are here at Crest Shortlet and Apartments, a proud sponsor of the show, Juice and Shoes. I'm Didai Adele, and I have with me my amiable co-host, Lola Adebanjo.
So today we have two special guests in our midst, and we would like to ask them a few questions from the topic of the day. And mind you, I would like to introduce them. Welcome, Dara.
Thank you.
And welcome, Lyle.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so what is your thought on the relationship?
My thoughts exactly is that it's a period where two people decide to be committed to growth, in this case, and develop one another and be committed to each other's growth also, and they have a level of commitment to one another in this case. Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Well, I think relationship is like a preparation for marriage. Yeah, I know it sounds unorthodox, but I really think it's like we're heading towards marriage, and so we're getting to know each other. In a sense, sort of like courtship. Yeah.
So my next question is, what is a successful relationship? Or is there anything in relationship that is successful? Or can relationship be successful? Yes,
You want me
Dara.
to go? Okay. What is a successful relationship? I think it depends on the parties. You know, some people enter into a relationship to be casual, right? They just want to chill. And as long as chilling is going on, it's a successful relationship. If another person enters into a relationship because they want to get married, when they get to the altar, at least once they start, that's like, oh, first one, good one, successful relationship. And what about married people? We're not going to know the answer until they die, really, because it's till death do them part.
Before Lyle continue, are you in a relationship, Dara?
No, I'm not. I'm single. Mm-hmm.
Have you big pass?
Yeah,
I'm just
let's not go there. I don't want to go there.
So Lyle,
What is successful
relationship
is to me? I think before anyone should go into a relationship, you need to define your individual goals. Understand what does being in a relationship mean to one another, and what goals are you setting. Okay, this is a journey we're entering, so what are we looking at doing in this thing exactly? So that's the dating exactly. So what are we going inside? What are we going to be doing inside it? Because eventually the goal should probably be marriage. So if the person is saying, oh, my goal for this thing, I just want to chill, and your goal is to marry, then most of you are not in sync. But if you understand that my goal is marriage, then you can say, oh, this is successful. So you are both intentional about your goals. That's what I feel. So it's different. It depends on what you're looking out for in that relationship, your goal, your end goal for that relationship. That will determine if it's successful or not. So if you eventually get married, so successful. Eventually get to maybe chill, maybe to chill, and then both of you had a good time.
Okay.
Eventually successful.
Okay, so how do you classify cheating in this generation?
Cheating.
Yeah.
In this Lagos is worse. In this Lagos is worse. So somebody, I was listening to a Twitter space and he said the problem is people in relationship are the ones looking for something else. So they are the ones going up and down, because let people that are in relationship be in relationship, let people that are single be single, so that will know each other. Because everybody is saying they are single. Everybody, before you in relationship, they are saying they are single. So I think that cheating in this generation is becoming, people are just winging it because they are not the expectations are becoming low, getting lower by the day, because people are saying that if it happens, happens, we'll take our L and move on. But I feel like it also affects every area of our lives because you can't say no to things. So it's a bad thing. We know it's a bad thing, but it's too late. But it's still a bad thing. That's what I think. And people should let people that are in relationship stay in relationship. If you want out, say you want out.
What about you there?
Well, cheating. Like we said, the standard is getting lower by the day. And honestly, it's like at this point, people expect to be cheated on. Like you said, if it happens, it happens. I mean, people no longer think fidelity is a thing. Some people decide that, okay, fine, once we're dating, it's streets. Then, once we get married, we cannot be serious. But I really don't know how that works since married people to come after single people, and there's a whole lot of drama in that space. So,
okay, so before we continue that conversation, I want us to go back to the successful relationship. I know for the fact that married couples find it difficult, even for those that are married for 20 years, 30 years, and they still end up divorcing or separating and all of the rest like that. Are we saying that is it really attainable? Is successful relationship attainable in this 24/7? Because I'm dating someone, the fact that I love that person doesn't guarantee that we will be successful. Even if there's an agreement between both of us, like, yes, we are pursuing this relationship into marriage, into courtship, we have 3 kids, and you guys have put into reality, you've dreamt of your family and the rest like that. But I'm saying, is it really attainable? Because I feel like even when it comes to loving the general ingredients of every relationship, I still end up getting tired of loving someone like. So I'm saying, is it attainable for us?
Well, yes, a successful relationship is attainable, depending on what the goal is. Now, I mean, we all know the relationship statistics: monogamy, polyamory, this and that, open relationships, swinging, whatever. A lot of people have different definition of what they want their relationship to look like. I think where it gets complicated, I can't speak for a polyamorous relationship, it's not my thing, but in a monogamous relationship where you expect one man, let me say in a monogamous relationship or marriage, where you say one man, one woman for life, I think that's where it gets interesting. Because now people want the idea of monogamy, but with every other thing that happens in a open relationship. Now, I don't want to go to places where we talk about societal influence, like expectation of women different from that of men. I don't want to go there because that's a whole lot of new conversation. But if you say, is it successful? Like, is it possible to have a successful relationship in the 21st century? Yes, it is, depending on what exactly you're looking for and if you can put in the work. Of course, we already know love is not enough. Respect is needed. Communication is needed. Honesty. Especially open communication, because it's one thing to say, oh yeah, I communicate with my partner, but you miss out important details that could change their decision about being with you or not. I think that is also wrong. So if you ask me, will a relationship be successful in the 21st century? Yes, as long as both parties know what they signed up for
and you make efforts.
Exactly.
Interesting.
I'm learning here. I hope people are enjoying this conversation. It feels like I'm here to get into this relationship kind of thing. So I'm staying here.
It's still saying.
He's trying to put out a call.
So we believe everyone is enjoying this conversation. So we would like to take a short break. We will be back after this.
Wait, you expecting me to persuade you into renting this apartment? Oh no, I don't need to. Crest Shortlet and Apartment speaks for itself. Give us a call today.
So welcome back, guys.
So back to the conversation. So we were talking about cheats, and if cheats is actually very common in 21st century. A lot of people don't want to stick into relationship with their complete legs, as they say, one leg in, one leg out. So there's a scenario here which I would love to read out. So what does forgiveness mean in a situation whereby there is a lady who adores a guy? Some days may not be perfect. I mean, some days literally they have issues and the rest. But she accepts they would get married. What if the guy cheats? What happens?
Are we referring to cheating in marriage or cheating during dating?
A relationship.
While dating.
While dating, but they have the plan that they are eventually going to get married.
Okay, I think for me it's a no-no anyway, because those are red flags already. Mm-hmm. So if that
let's
happens,
not forget the fact that forgiveness matters in relationship.
Okay. I think this.
No, I'm not trying to accept the fact that the guy did the right thing, no. But I'm saying forgiveness is actually part of like a necessity for relationship. So he cheats, yes.
Something.
Can you forgive him?
Well, it depends on what you did anyway. Like,
It cheats.
Wait, cheat upgrade again. I don't understand.
No, not cheating, not really cheating. Maybe there's some things you do and then it's a big turn off, and then okay, like cheating too, like unforgiving stuff. Like if you just do something and you just come here and like I don't.
Okay, maybe what I can say about that is like understand patterns. So if you cheat once, probably forgivable based on the circumstance.
Oh, okay.
But
with us again.
You're setting yourself up there. You don't like yourself. Or if it's something you accept, you're also doing it.
So what about the situation whereby he cheats once? Do you think forgiveness can work at a time?
Well, first, I like to start with the fact that everybody has different expectations.
Okay.
Some people do not mind cheating. And then there are levels to this thing. Yesterday I was saying something about it depends on what he did or what she did. I think there are levels to it. If, for example, myself, let me take myself. When I'm in a relationship with somebody, I tell you, oh, this is what I expect. Like, I like to know what is our communication with the other party, like opposite sex. How do we relate with them? What exactly are the things? Can we go out on a date with someone else? Yes, I ask these questions. What can we do? What can't we do? What's like the boundary? Of course, you can't name everything in this world that is wrong to do, but at least you can say, okay, this is no. First, maybe if you go out and I don't know about it, I would like to know before. Not that I'll just be going out and then I see my boyfriend, oh, you're here. And I really don't want that kind of drama, because to me, I'm going to ask you, we embarrass each other. I'm not that kind of, so I think it depends on what you expect, like from a relationship first. Then if the person has contravened an agreement, like, okay, I'm making it sound very formal. It doesn't always play out this way, but if the person now goes ahead and, go against what you've,
discussed.
Yes, you've discussed, you guys agreed, okay, this is what we like, this is what I don't, then he does it. You cannot rule out the fact that there's an intentionality to it. Because it can't plead, I did not know.
Do you say it's a mistake?
I accept that it's a mistake, but you do know that when you make a decision, in that decision, you already chose the consequences. You cannot tell the extent of it, but that's where your own control ends. Your control ends when you chose to do what you wanted to do.
Okay.
So I get seriously. I'm really talking from.
Let's not forget the fact that we're talking about the forgiveness.
Yes, I get it. Before you get to forgiveness,
okay.
Because in a relationship, he was saying it's a red flag, and yes, there's a whole lot to question. We've not dated for 5 years. It's not like 25 years has passed, because most people, they allow cheating when they say, we've been together for so long, 25 years. I mean, drama. But now we've dated maybe 2 years. we are barely in the love phase. Honeymoon should still be happening right now.
Okay.
We should still be having butterflies, and we should still be. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still new. We've not gone to the altar yet, guys. Do you understand? So, and this happens. What should I expect? Should I take it as, oh my God, it just happened. It was a mistake. It didn't mean to do it. It was just sexting. Oh. Or should I really say, is this who I want to spend the next probably 25 to 50 years with? This is us happy, and then this is happening. What is gonna happen when we're sad? So yeah, so I forgive you, but do I have to continue with you? Very big question that I don't know. So what would
I
you
don't
do?
know why part of this still contradicts that. I'm saying forgiveness is important.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's possible for mistakes to happen, and that's why understanding and trying to.
Would you forgive?
Mm-hmm. Please, let's ask her.
Okay.
Would you forgive?
It depends on the
That's
situation
conditional
at that time,
forgiveness.
and they have to be conditional.
Thank you. Exactly.
What's all I said?
Exactly.
I still need to talk about the incident if
Mm-hmm.
it was just he really wanted to do it. But at the time, if I love that person and it's just the first mistake, I would probably accept. Then if he does it the second time, then I need to understand.
I think you don't just accept. You have to talk to the person about it first.
Yeah, we will
to
talk
him
about it.
And the response itself, the response you get from the guy.
That's like
Okay,
you would
okay.
have to
Okay.
What if you found out about cheating? No, so it's a different thing if someone cheated on you and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I hurt you, and then you come. What if you found out, like you stumbled upon the chat, like, yeah. What happened? So now in this situation, you cannot exactly tell what the person's state of mind is. You can't say, okay, this person is repentant, a born again shit now, is now trying to live a new life. You can't say that because you cannot ascertain what led to. So because you forced his hand or her hand right in this situation, you say, okay, well, explain this. Now, how do you determine the person's state of mind to determine whether he's a repentant cheat? If, for example, you now assume, oh, this man is changed, I believe it. Because, we gave you explanation. Some explanations be like, you start to imagine, did you think about the chat? So people can explain stuff. So he explains it very well and it makes sense to you. The next question is, how do you know he will not be more careful? Because, if I know you answer me, I'm going to be smarter if I'm a serial cheat. I'm not going to now later open my phone for you next time. And say, oh babe, sure, I probably will have another phone at the back. Yeah, because...
Yeah.
So what do you do in that situation? Because these are questions that happen, or these are things that will run through your mind naturally when someone cheats on you, or if you're in that situation. You begin to think, will this person do it again? And how would I know they will not just be smarter and I will find out next time? And what if we go on and then it's rosy, 5 years down the line, you're like, oh, I do. And then you find out in marriage. Won't you blame yourself for saying, didn't I see the signs? So, yeah, forgive, I get it. But can I not forgive you and be like, boy, bye?
So you're saying in that situation, you probably will not the relationship probably will not work anymore?
I think it could work, but with a lot of work. I'm not going to take it sorry. Because it was the same words you spoke to me when you said we were going to be in a committed relationship, and here we are discussing cheating. So I would not take, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, I'm sorry. I really do not like to hear the words, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to happen. I don't understand. I wasn't there when you so that meaning part, I get offended when people tell me, I'm sorry, I didn't mean. No reasonable adult can make claims to saying they don't know the effect of their actions.
Am I supposed to introduce that as a relationship condition? Because she has spoken everything. So, Lai was mentioning something about red flag, and you said cheating is part of red flags. Are there other red flags?
Of course, bad communication skill.
Okay.
Because at every point in time, you would want to always understand, because you are meeting the person for the first time, you are unraveling new things about the person. The person is not communicating. You just be in the dark. Because things would happen every day. Because that's the goal, to get to know each other better. So if the person has bad communication skill, you guys probably not go too far.
Or what about the fact that you guys now start dating for a few?
Sorry.
Well, talking about my own red flag, it's dishonest. Everything inside one bowl. Like every breakfast. I'm sorry, how do I put this thing on? Any stuff that will happen that could go wrong in a relationship, everything is inside one bowl. I mean, dishonesty and moving on to my next question, Layo. This question is for you, right?
Okay.
Are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not.
Have you been in a relationship?
Yes, I am, of course.
Okay, those
Wait,
age. Okay.
I mean, you know the one that would serve breakfast. The way he's just answering the question.
I'll serve breakfast or someone you serve me breakfast.
The two.
Either way.
I don't know. Maybe top of my head, I don't know. Because I've gone through different episodes. Because maybe two.
Okay.
Does age really matter in a relationship?
Well, in this climate, in this Nigeria, for most people, I think it's the idea of the lady being older is the ladies are thinking that she's going against a whole lot of years of tradition. Like it's as if she's standing, you know, when you're fighting for against corruption in Nigeria. That's what it feels like. Like she's doing. That means she has to stand up for a lot of things. That's what she feels like. Now, when it is now maybe over a year, the age gap is over a year, 2 years, 3 years. I was surprised when I saw somebody I look up to. His wife is older than me. I was surprised because it's not something that is common.
Yeah.
Because it's not something that is common. People start so immediately people don't see people around them they can relate to. So when you even ask a lady that, oh, I'm younger, is it something you... Because she cannot see her parents, are most likely not the same. Her pastor, even maybe her elder siblings, they are not in that. So she's wondering, why should my own be different? So usually, except on some cases, just in rare cases, that's why.
Well, I have a question. This is a personal question anyway. Okay, let's say I'm in a relationship, and should there be any way like it's something that has to do with finance in a relationship, that we put money together in a more like okay, let's save towards a goal. Should something like that happen in a relationship? I'm just asking, bro. I'm learning.
Well, some things for some people, some things for some people builds it builds connection. So if you get somehow, if you say okay, you want to save to a particular goal, somehow those kind of things for the other person might she feels some level of trust that okay, wow, this person trusts me in this kind of thing because it's not common. Yeah. Wow, it's okay. We are so it's like you said, mess up. That's one
of the exclusive I'm bringing to my relationship when I start.
But if you also need to understand how does this person relates with money. Yeah. So you need to know where the person is coming from. The person wants my money is my money. I don't like let's do our thing when it comes to money because money is it can destroy.
It's a touchy subject.
It has destroyed families, you know. So you want to be very careful.
I think for some families or for some relationships, they always want to have this financial freedom kind of a thing because one of the goals, I mean, for a lot of relationship now is financial freedom. Like we have to be fine, the lady has to be fine financially. You see some people, I can't even date somebody who doesn't have something doing, doesn't have any work or something like that. So financial freedom is important. So for a partner, you probably would want to set a target or a goal together, and that's where accountability comes to play. Is my partner accountable? Am I accountable? Can we do things together? So it's not like I'm putting. Even sometimes you can decide to say, "Oh, I'm putting this particular percentage for my salary, same as you." So we have the same things together.
Emergency money. Let's say money just dropped in my hand, 50,000. Just say, okay, let me keep it because I don't want to spend it. Just keep it for me. So when I need it.
Some people really do that as testing, like testing their partner.
Not necessarily for testing because I know I can trust this person with money. You know that.
Yeah.
So I do it actually. Just okay, let me keep this 50,000.
Exactly. Just you can do that for me too. I'll drop my account. Or if you keep it.
No problem.
It's okay, it's fine.
Okay.
So to wrap up the show, Layo, any takes?
Okay, I just want to say that it's a journey. So if you are in a relationship, try as much as possible to stay committed and enjoy it. It's life. Enjoy
Why
it.
it lasts?
No, why it lasts, but like savor everything you can from it. While, like, because some people just, because of the fear of breakfast, they cripple their expectations, and then all of these things, they just live okay, but they don't enjoy it eventually. But eventually, because you're not confident about what's going to happen, so because you're anticipating bad thing, but the bad thing eventually happens. So just enjoy it. It's meant to be fun.
Well, I think mine will be find your tribe. Someone who shares your ideology or is ready to put in the work too. Like, don't be with someone who you can't see eye to eye. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't have disagreements, but when it comes to major things, like most things, let that person be your person. Like, it's just how you meet a Yoruba person. Like, yeah, you guys can speak the same language or like the same kind of food. I think it applies to relationship too. Find your tribe. That's what I would say.
Okay. For me, I think relationship is part of the beauty of life. Like, you have to be in a relationship to enjoy, to have fun. I'm just saying, like, it's just pies life, and that's why friendship is important, relationship is important, all of those things put together. And my advice to everyone is be yourself in a relationship, be with somebody that you're comfortable with. Relationship is not by force. It's not for me to be in a relationship I'll be abused often and you expect me to accept you for who you are. I don't want. So you have to just be yourself. The right person is going to come, and trust me, the best is also going to come. Thank you.